So I've been thinking about everything lately. I was the first person who wanted to be friends with the Native Americans. But now that everybody wants to have a feast with the Native Americans, it's so lame.
I know, that's how I felt about coming to this place. At first I really wanted to come here, but then everyone else wanted to. And I was like, maybe being persecuted isn't so bad.
It was only cool when nobody else thought that it was cool. Oh, so I've come up with this new thing that's super cool. You take all your old tankards and then you melt them down into balls, and whenever you're feeling stressed, you just like roll them around in your hand. I call it calm pewter.
Wow, I've never heard anything like that before. It's like this new band I've been listening to. They're called England Winning.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Their first two chamber performances were super edgy, but then their second violinist died and they added a harpsichord. Now all their stuff just sounds like early Bach.
Sorry I'm late, Edmund and Catherine. Apparently William Penn hasn't read my comment cards because there's no bike lanes in Pennsylvania!
Brother William used to be so cool, but now every time you see him, he's just all, "I'm the founder of Pennsylvania." It's so lame.
I'm sorry, Raphael, I couldn't hear anything you said because your hat is so mainstream now.
I am wearing this ironically. Hello! Yeah, I got it off this boat. They had all these super old and vintage clothing and hats that they were selling, and it was super cheap. Anyways, this thing only cost me like 3 means, so...
Wow, that's cheap.
Yeah. And they also had all these old instruments on there too. And since all the bands nowadays are just so derivative and mainstream, like England Winning, oh my god! It's like I don't even know them anymore! What's wrong with this couch? Anyways, I'm gonna start my own band. It's gonna be super pokey and weird.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So for this feast, I'm thinking everything needs to be super organic and vegan.
Obviously, I don't eat meat or anything that comes from an animal.
Yeah, gross.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. So I met this trader guy. His name is Joe. He said all his food is organic, vegan, and sustainable.
See, that's great. Because this feast is going to be really lame. But if we can keep everything sustainable and not take anything out of this beautiful environment, we can make it just a little less terrible.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. When we were coming over on the Mayflower, I totally started writing this super cool thing.
What's it about?
Oh my god, I'm so glad you asked. So, it's part memorial of Queen Isabel and part social commentary about the French acquisition of Picardy. Anyways, I wrote in the boat's log, so I just called it a log.
I really need to read that. I've read The Other Boleyn Girl literally 100 times. It was the only book in our village.
Alright guys, the food is ready. Mumford and his sons are going to be over to pick it up soon. Hang on here.
Oh. Hey, you got any PBR?